We're going to get started with our band wrapped around our feet. Hi, Jean. Hi, Karen. Hi, Polly. And I'm going to start with the band crossed. The hands are on the tubing so that when you start pulling, you have some tension. You're going to exhale and pull and pull. Good. And you have one heavy band, or you can do a couple of bands. That a girl. Wonderful. And I'll just keep going so we're warming up. You are pulling, you're going to feel those biceps. When you pull, you're also going to feel the rear deltoid and the back muscles. Exhale as you pull. Really good. And pull, and let's try 5 more of those since we're here all together and we're warming up the body. If you can, breathe through your nose and breathe out your nose. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Now, we are going to add on a rotation. So the next time you're going to bend your right elbow and rotate right. Good. And then return it and then rotate left. Exhale, pull. Good. Exhale and rotate. You're tall. Your bicep, your rear deltoid, and your lat are working. I like that. That's a really good clean rotation so that your sternum, your breastbone, it's staying in the same parallel to the floor plane. Rotate 6 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. I'm going to release that band. I'm going to get a slightly lighter one so it's more medium instead of heavy. I'm going to take that band around the heel arch. We're going to do this together. And the next move, let me move this band, is to pull the arms near your hips to the side of your hips. I'm going to be changing too, Karen. So near your hips to the side of your hips. You're long in the elbow. You're tall in the spine. Exhale. And work that angle. In other words, you don't want the band just to fling you back. You're going to try to control the return. Let me fix that around my foot a little better. Exhale, pull. Everybody's posture looks so good this morning. Exhale. Yeah, that's good. And stay upright. Even when you're pulling, Jean, you're going to stay upright. So you're going to make sure not to poke the head forward as you pull. That a girl. That's it. You understood right away. 5 more. 4 more. 3. Perfect. It looks great now. 2 and 1. Now before we add on, just take some shoulder mobility, some circles, just to get some more blood flow in there. Now we're going to take the arms kind of like a letter T. There is a softness to your arms. You're going to place your hands wide like you are hugging a tree backwards. Let me turn so you can see me in different ways. That's it. The back of the shoulder is feeling this. Your neck is easy, soft, and exhale. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to have us do a stretch before we add on. I'm sitting crisscross, but you really could sit any way you want. So with your arms out like a T, go up and over, and let's add on a slight rotation down and or up. It's a little stretch to wake up your back, your shoulders, your low back. Inhale, breathe. And then on your exhale, go up and over. So it's like you're going over a fence. Gorgeous, beautiful. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Inhale, open. Now we're going to take another inhale. And then as you exhale, come back up. Really good. Take the same band around your feet. We're going to do bicep curls. I'm going to change just so you have different angles. Your band is around the heel arch. Your hands, if you have a tube, I'm going to show different ways. So one thing you can do is add an ab crunch where you have this belly pull in sensation and you're bending your elbows. Easier is lower with your elbows. Harder is higher. If you need to avoid all spinal flexion, you could just grab more band. So let's say you have osteoporosis or a facet syndrome. So you could do this up here. So there's a lot of ways to do accomplish the goal. Find what works for you. Your gaze is probably at your toes. That'll help keep your neck safe. What I see looks really good. Good. All right, try 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come back up. I want to give us a stretch called the rack. Go up as much as you can. Inhale, fingers back, go up as much as you can. Inhale and lift your heart. 10, woo, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good job. Grab a sip, and while we're on the floor, let's do a little hand weight for our chest. So let me grab a sip. And this may be a heavier weight, anywhere from 5 to 12 pounds. And your hand weights, you're going to be on the ground. We're just going to go ahead and maximize this position, right? Your feet can be on the floor, and your hands are going to push your weight up. And you notice my feet are on the floor so that ribs stay down. And then exhale. So even when you push your weights up, you feel those ribs still connected to the mat. And the feet being on the floor helps you keep that connection. Breathe in and exhale, push. The weights can touch at the top. 5, good. And long elbows. And 6, push up. The end of the weight, the end of the dumbbells touch like a little kiss at the top. Breathe in, touch. Yeah, there you go. And exhale, touch. And now we'll just check. Make sure you're breathing. And you can breathe in your nose and out your nose. And take 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to put that weight down for a moment, and you can stretch your legs long, and you can stretch your arms long. Stretch through your fingers, stretch through your toes. Breathe in, inhale, and then we're going to put the feet back on the floor. And while we're here, take those weights, and you're going to act like you're hugging a tree. So when you lift your hand weights, the 2 ends of the weights touch. You open up like a hug, and exhale, repeat, inhale. The hands are hovering over the sternum. When they're up, they're in line with that. And you're lowering your weights, but you're making sure you don't touch your hand weights to the floor when you do this. You're not trying to get a big stretch with the weights here. This is trying to find a safe position for your arm, for your shoulder to be. Your feet help you, again on this one, by helping you maintain that rib contact on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe in. And exhale. Now, when you exhale, you can feel that your abdominals pull in. You can invite them to pull in just a little bit for support. All right, just 3 more. 2, take an inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to carefully lower those weights down. And again, let's just take that full body stretch. Reach through your fingers, shift through your spine, roll the ankles. We're just going to take care of all that tension release. Inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to be using a much lighter weight on this external rotation. So 2, 3, 4, 5 would be good. And this arm, so I'm facing you, and I'm just going to call out the right arm's like a pillow. And your left elbow is beside you. Here's the hand weight. Yeah, you got it. Open up. And look at your wrist if you're not sure. You want the wrist to be in line with your forearm. 3. And 4. And 5. and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Now lower that down, just take that, and we're going to go to the other side. The arm that you just worked is now your support arm, your arm that keeps your neck in alignment. The other arm is going to be holding the weight, and your wrist is in neutral. So when you lift it, it would be real easy to cock your wrist backwards or drop it. You want to keep it in neutral with your forearm. So it's almost like you have a piece of plywood there. I'm just bending the knees here to help keep an easier balance. Good. And 5. Good. This is external rotators. 6 to help keep the back of the shoulder strong. 7 and support. So it's a supportive exercise. 8 therapeutic. 9. It's not going to feel like a bicep curl. It's supportive and therapeutic. All right, let that down. Now, good. We're going to come up. And we're going to take another stretch. So the way you sit is just fine. It doesn't really matter because the arms are going to go out. It's more about the upper back rotation. Catch something. I like to catch my leg and the floor behind me. Breathe in. Inhale, open. And exhale, rotate. And then bring it back, guys. Really good. We're going to take a sip if you'd like, and then stand up. We're going to be doing some bicep curls with the hand weights. So it could be a weight, and I'm going to make sure my space is clear. Make sure your space is clear. It's going to be a little heavier weight. Grab a sip first. 5 to 10 pounds, let's say. And bend your elbows with your exhale. And lower. Awesome. Wonderful. Knees soft. And you can always check your knees with a little bend and your neck as well with a little movement here. And 6. Good. I like the wrist in neutral with the forearms here. If this doesn't serve you, you can always make it a hammer curl where you're holding the weight more vertically. And exhale. Neck is easy. Good. Knees soft. Breathing continuous. Now we're at 15 here, and see if you can take 5 more. If you feel like it's kind of compromise your form to do 5 more, you can always grab a lighter hand weight. That's a really cool trick. And try 2 more. That was really good. Let's take these down and make sure they're out of your way. I'm going to put them to the side. And interlace your fingers at your low back. This is going to be a shoulder stretch. Now I'm going to try to lift. We're going to lift the arms up. Breathe into your heart. This is a feel-good posture. Thoracic extension. You can add that little heart lift, your arms lifting. Breathe in. And then we're going to add a Qigong move, one of my favorites. So this is just a nice release of tension. You can do it anytime. And your upper back sways freely. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Now we're going to take, it's a lighter weight. We're going to be doing this. So I'm going to say somewhere between 3 and 8 pounds. And it's like you're the letter T, and if any, there's a slight bias towards the front of the T so you can see your hand weight. It's not behind you. You can see them in your peripheral vision, right and left. And we're not going any higher than shoulders for our purposes. 6, knees are soft. 7, neck is not engaged. 8, or the upper traps are not engaged. You are keeping your ear in line with the shoulder, so it's kind of engaged in that respect. Those retractive muscles. Good. Like a little wider stance myself. Not like that, Karen, like that, Polly. Good. Nice. Okay, we're kind of at that bonus last 5. So that was 15. If you can keep going with this, if you need to lighten it a little bit, that's another way to kind of finish out the set. Take 2 more. And 1 more. Now let that hand weight go. You've got it. This stretch is going to be cow face. It's got one arm up behind like a tricep stretch and one arm behind like FBI lock. Hold here and hold. When you hold it, you're breathing fully. You're never holding the breath, but you're breathing fully. And then we're going to switch the places of those arms. See if you can touch your fingers. See if you can hold hands with the other hand. Breathe in. Good. I like that. One way to do that is to catch your elbow and help it, and then put your other arm there. That was beautiful. 5. Breathe fully. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to give us a little different release. This is hold hands, massage your wrist, and massage the wrist the other way. Really good. Just kind of shake it out when you're ready. And we're going to do an overhead press. So it's going to look like this. So that might mean that it's a lighter weight. I'm going to say somewhere between 3 and 8 pounds. Take your weights, push up and bend, and push up and bend, and push up and bend, up and bend. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, really good. 12, you notice your abdominals help you. 13, to keep balanced and not feel like you're rocking. 14. Now, of course, bonus 5, so if you do need to lighten it, it's okay. 16, 17, knee soft. 18, you look great. 19, there's a little abdominal help. 20, now we're going to lower the hand weights and then to the floor. Good job. And take that. Let this arm go across your body. Now this hand is going to add. This hand's going to add. So Jean, you've got a little shoulder stretch, and then the hand is a bonus, just kind of massaging. Take the other side so it's like you're patting yourself on the back, and then you massage or circle that hand. Yep, you got it. And each way. Really good. And then we're going to take a heavier weight. So it's going to be probably 5 to 10 pounds. So like this, upright row. Again, your wrists are neutral. So I've got a little angle. That way that way my wrists are in line with the forearms. The elbows lead the way. Your knees are soft. Your shoulders are down the back. Your shoulder blades are still down the back. Even though you're working your shoulders, your shoulders are down. Your humerus lift, but your shoulder blades stay down. Neck is easy. Knees are easy. Let's take 10 more. And biceps and shoulders. Wrists are happy. And 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let those down. Really good job. I'm going to take a stretch that we did, half moon, with a little extra. So your hands down, your arms up, 1 foot can cross. Now, like we did seated earlier, you can add some rotations that help you find a good place for you and just get extra stretch. Breathe in. And come up, over, cross to the other side. Breathe in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Really good job, guys. This next one is going to be a front raise. Grab a sip if you'd like. This next one's a front raise, and it's lighter weight. 3 to 6 pounds, I'd say. Good job on that hydration. I'd say we're shooting for 8 ounces here during the class. 2, 3, your neck is easy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, see if you can do 5 more. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Excellent job. Let those down. Very glad. I want to give you one called prayer pose, and it can be reverse or front. So here's one option, and you're welcome to do both. This is a hand forearm stretch. So I've got my hands actually separated from each other. Now, you're welcome to stay here, or if you care to take the opposite, it's a backwards prayer pose. Up the back and hold the shoulders open. 10. Breathe in. And then let that go. Really good. Just kind of shake out that weight for a little bit, and we're going to add on. So take your Dynaband, or your tubing, a heavier one, medium to heavy. I've got a medium one. Put your hands kind of wide, but not so wide you have to feel like you're in your upper traps. Exhale, pull in front of your nose until your chest till it's going to your chest, the top of your shirt, the décolleté, and exhale. And exhale. When your arms are overhead here or in life, there is a tendency, it could be accidental, that you would lower doses. So you want to pull the ribs down a bit with your abs, not your glutes. Your glutes do not have to be rock hard right now, but the abs have about a 5% tone. Neck is easy. Breathe in your nose, breathe out your nose. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. That looks so good. Now I'm going to have this a little wider. Go up and back. Oh, it feels so good. Now, if it feels like you have to kind of wiggle your body, take a wider stance with your hands. That's the correction, because you want to feel like you're getting some mobility. You're noticing, Karen, that a different color feels better. Sometimes a heavier color feels better because you can get more stretch, or if you're feeling tight, a lighter color will give you that possibility right here, that option of opening your hands further apart. Now we're going to find some places that feel good. I've opened up, so I'm taking my hands in narrower. So somewhere in here in the Y, you can't get it wrong, somewhere that feels good. Breathe in. There is a tendency to poke the head forward, so keep yours back. Breathe in. How about an inch or 2 lower? You'll know some good place. Breathe in. That feels so good. This is really great for posture. And then lower down. Breathe in. Shoulders are looking better. I like it. Let's do another angle. Can't get too much of this. Inhale. And then exhale to let that go. Now, move the shoulders like this. I want to sneak in one more before the hour. So bring your hands here. And I'm just going to call it out and in. Medium, out once. Sometimes I call it wide, narrow, but just kind of taking a little pattern. We do like patterns for the brain. It does help with exercise to keep the brain healthy and can encourage neuroplasty. And Jean, it's actually behind you at your upper back. Yeah, and then your hands are on this side. You got it, girl. You know what though? The good thing about the bands is if you're doing something with it, it's probably good for you and it's a high benefit, low risk. So you want to create tension, or I'll say stress, even though stress has a bad connotation, but we do want to challenge the muscle more than it's used to. So 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Take another side half moon, guys. Breathe in. I wanted to just get an extra bonus here, work our efficiently. Take an inhale. Go up and over and feel so good. Take up and over. Breathe in. And then when you're ready, just take a stand. Your feet are underneath you, firmly grounded like a tree. Your heart is open and lifted. You can even take one hand to the other and lift. We'll send a breath of appreciation to the body. Isn't it amazing that our body works so hard for us all during the day without our conscious instruction? And now here we are giving it instructions, and it followed our every move. It wants to be delighting in our wellness. Today I intend to fully appreciate all that my body allows me to experience in this beautiful world. With so much appreciation to you, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful